Court calls the case, People versus Ronald Bishop.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Bishop.
Honor, Strong Assistant.
No, this is the officer.
Strong
I need to pull up the
Prosecutor.
Bishop.
I'm sorry? Oh, Mr. Bishop's not up? That's you. Is that Curtis? That's Curtis. What's he doing on? I thought Curtis picked up a case.
No,
All right.
no, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. I didn't pick up any cases. I'm going to go get the individual that you need.
All right. I'll pass the matter. Thank you, sir. I thought they finally caught up with it. All right. Court calls the case, People versus Isaiah Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Danielle Russo-Bennis, Assistant Attorney General, on behalf of the people.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Danian Woodson on behalf of Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams, can you state your name?
Yes. Isaac Vernon Williams II.
All right. Okay, what are we doing on this case today?
Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Williams, and there are a few things. First, he would like to represent himself, but he has no problem with me staying on to assist him. I also think that he needs to be referred for competency and criminal responsibility.
Your Honor,
so you believe that there should be a referral?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have indicated that there has been a referral and that this obviously would be an independent and an additional second referral for competency and criminal responsibility. There was a finding of competency May 26th. I know that when Mr. Feaster was previously counseled, there was some consideration based on some statements on the record. And Mr. Williams claims that he would like to proceed self-representation, that they may pursue an additional referral. And then Mr. Williams did refuse to participate in the criminal responsibility evaluation as well. I have nothing to provide the court to really object on the record to preserve, this record for appeal. So I'll defer to Your Honor.
And
Your Honor, to please the court, may I speak to the court?
Not right this second. Just hold one moment, Mr. Williams. I know you'll get in what you need to get in. Miss Woodson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you begun the process of an IME?
No, I haven't, Your Honor. I do have someone I would like to contact to conduct the IME.
And so that typically is being done through, I think, the Office of Manager Assigned Counsel. So you have not begun that part of the process, although you may have a name.
No, Your Honor. I was going to just have him referred. It wasn't until I was speaking with sister counsel yesterday that I found out that he had been previously been referred. So yes, I will begin the process of.
Yes, gotcha. Okay. All right, Mr. Williams. What do you?
Yes, Your Honor. I want to bring to the court that I wish taking stand full purpose honor. I do not wish an assistant in any behalf unless it's going to be Jesus Christ, because God has to go forth and stand as my own attorney, and he has made it plain unto me that he will give me what to say before the court. So therefore, I wish to go before the court, full purpose honor, my own defense. I do not wish anyone to represent me as a co-defendant attorney. So the young lady, she was incorrect. I tried to correct that when she made that statement. I do not wish her help unless it's Jesus Christ. Otherwise, I don't need her help on this matter. I am going forward before myself, on behalf of myself. And I wish the court would take and get an order to the Washington County administration to get me before the court in my body before the court to take and find a motion for an evidentiary hearing. That's the first thing I want to do, is get an evidentiary hearing. I've been trying to also get before the court a motion, you understand, for the discovery I have yet to get a copy of the motion for discovery before the court. They told me I should send that to the Attorney General. So I sent it to the prosecuting attorney here in Washington. Then they took and sent it back to me and told me it should go to the Attorney General. So that needs to be corrected, and I will get a copy to the Attorney General for a motion for discovery, because I would like to get that motion for discovery to start, you understand, making preparation for my defense. I am going to stand pro per persona before me, before the court, and I want to be in the courtroom. So if you ever want to hear my voice again or see my face again, get an order for me to be before the court. Thank you. The peace of God be with you and your family. Have a blessed day. Thank you.
All right.
Well, okay.
Oh, he was done.
That's probably just as well, Your Honor.
I guess he finished his speech.
And Your Honor, we've gone through this so many times already on the record before. Ms. Wilson came in and you told him anything he needed to file. He's needed to file with me. He's never filed anything with me. And so obviously the second referral is probably well thought through at this point, at least to make sure that we're proceeding in the way that we need to proceed. So
all right.
I will say that as far as if the court does make certain determinations, you did indicate you would keep this. If this does proceed to exam, you would keep this.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about that again, but go ahead. Yeah.
And I would ask that Sister Counsel, I mean, whatever he ends up determining, there are multiple witnesses here that are alleged victims of Mr. Williams, violent victims of Mr. Williams. And so I am going to be asking whatever determinations the court makes, that Sister Counsel be the one to question those particular witnesses. There is an abundance of case law on that matter. And so obviously we need to get through the first step on this. I did make sure I sent Ms. Woodson the original competency report yesterday, so she has that, and we'll go from there.
All right. First thing is regarding the IME. As I listened to the defendant today and his basis for wanting to represent himself, although I don't think he needs a basis, but as I listened to it, the court has some concerns, and this court has concerns as to whether or not he is even in a position at this point to be able to make such a decision. And so I would need to have, or at least see the result of that IME prior to that determination being made as to whether or not he could even represent himself in this case, or making a decision on that, because I don't think his argument regarding that was very cogent, at least from the court standpoint. So what I will do at this point, and Woodson, you are going to begin that process.
Yes, I was going to ask if the court would consider a re-referral, but if I think an IME might be a little faster. I know he's been detained for quite some time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah. All right. So give me 60 days out. So on the belief, and I think it would be something that you should do in terms of the IME, I just set, you said the 20th. Yes. I'll set a competency hearing, another competency hearing for November 20th, 2022. October 20th, 60 days out? Okay, it's only October, 60 days out. I'm already in September. October 20th.
That's good.
2022. Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Along at that time, and his bond will continue as denied, and then I'm just going to defer any other rulings until we can get a grasp on that issue, because I don't think it makes any sense to rule on anything at this point. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court does call the case, People versus Octavia Lewis.
Caitlin Kirby on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Regina Garrett Killer on behalf of Ms. Lewis. Ms. Lewis, can you state your name to the court?
Octavia Melissa Alexia Albertine Lewis, Brianna Alexandria Washington Smith.
Ready then. All right, what are we doing?
And good morning, Your Honor. This is the date and time set for a probable cause conference. If you could confirm, and it's because there's something different listed in the court system that I saw yesterday versus what's listed at jail as to what her actual bond amount is. I believe they tried to straighten it out last night, but I just want to confirm it, and then that may dictate.
I have a 10,000, 10%.
Okay, because in the court system it was 1,000, 10%.
It says 1,000. I'm looking at the form right here. It says 10,000, 10%, signed by Judge Fink or Magistrate Fink on the 17th.
Yes.
So there's been some confusion as to what her jail amount or what her bail amount was.
I did have a bond hearing that was, and the bond that was 10,000, 10% got reduced to 1,000, 10%.
When was that?
Yes.
When was that?
Back in December.
Okay.
On the same page.
Okay, so this, you see 817.
Yeah, the 10,000.
Just quiet, Miss Lewis.
That was the original one.
Miss Lewis.
Miss Lewis, hang on a minute, okay?
817
of 2022. 817 a few days. And what does that say? And so the last entry we have in JIS, which I think it's just wrong in JIS, the case management system, says 1,010% for her bond. I'm looking at the court activity record signed by Magistrate Fink, and it indicates 10,000, and the 10% box is checked. So her bond right now is 10,000, 10%.
Okay. And Ms. Lewis, hang on. So in that case, we would be requesting a preliminary exam to be set as soon as possible.
All right. We also, so that you know, checked the recorder's log of the hearing. The recorder's log indicates 10,000, 10%. So.
But I spoke with Ms. Fink at the time of my arraignment, and I let her know that there was a bond hearing, but she didn't have, she said that the original bond was 10,000, 10%, but the bond at the bond hearing, it was lower. And I have not violated that bond. I just got kicked out of the courtroom at my last court hearing in May. It was not that I was not trying to be in court. It was that the name kept getting, the coordinator kept changing the name. And then when I tried to speak with her, she put me out the courtroom. So when I logged back in, they told me that I was too late for my court hearing.
Okay.
I was not trying to evade court at all, sir.
Okay, so what are we doing?
So, Your Honor, in the event that Your Honor would entertain a bond motion to lower the amount, we would request that it be lowered.
I'm not entertaining anything today.
Okay. So, understood. So in that case, I would request that a preliminary exam be set as soon as possible. And hopefully next week, if possible.
No.
Would the people be ready on the 30th?
I can try my best. Is it Zoom or in person?
Zoom would be fine.
No, in person would be better.
Than in person.
If it's in person, Your Honor, I would ask for 2 weeks.
The 6th, yeah. All right.
Right. So Zoom, Octavia, Zoom next week is the fastest we can do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what?
Zoom next week would be requested if Ms. Kirby is willing to do that.
So now we go back to Zoom. Is that right, Ms. Lewis?
I mean, I'm
okay. I asked these yes or no questions.
I am simply trying to get everything
set. Ms. Lewis, just state, okay, just state yes or no. Are you okay with Zoom next week?
Regina, I'm gonna let you handle that.
Okay, so Zoom next week would be the fastest way, so I vote we go with that. Ms. Kirby, are you okay with that?
August 30th, 2022, 9 a.m. via Zoom and before Judge Fresh Hour.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Octavia, I'll be over to see you, and I do have some additional information from yesterday.
Excuse me, can I ask that again in front of Judge who?
Fresh hour.
Who?
Okay, you say that to her. You go right ahead.
I can't hear you.
Let's see where that goes. Judge Fresh Hour.
Fresh Hour, okay.
Yes. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Kirby and Ms. Lewis.
Thank you.
Be able to see you.
I don't think I need to know.
For those case, people first. Goodbye. Okay. Like it was flowing along smoothly, and then just two of them. Oh boy! And here come Hughes and Brown. This is going to be a problem.
Hello, could you state your name, please?
Octavia Lewis. Hi, Mrs. Fink. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. You're going by Octavia Lewis today?
Octavia Lewis, Brianna Alexander. The whole time.
Okay, the whole thing. All right. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good. I'm also doing fine. So you have, like I said, 3 files here. I believe the public defender's been appointed on all of them. Superior Township versus Octavia Lewis, 212-0350. That's a driving while license suspended file. 212-0749 is also a driving while license suspended file. And then there's a felony 21F21409 felony assault file. So go ahead when you're ready, Ms. Kleeman.
Thank you, Assistant Public Defender Melissa Kleeman on behalf of Ms. Lewis. And I did have a chance to speak with her about the failure to appears. In the felony matter, she stated that she did Zoom in. However, her name was not labeled properly, so they had thrown her out of the Zoom room. She was confused about what to do next to resolve that. With the driving while license suspended cases, we did have her old phone number at the PD's office, but that phone was stolen. So any notices that we sent her would have gone there. So she said that she didn't even realize she had missed those court dates. We do have good info for her now, so that shouldn't be an issue moving forward. She is self-employed and would like to get back to work as soon as possible. She does also have a chronic and painful skin condition that leaves her with open wounds, so jail isn't the most comfortable or sanitary of places for her to be right now. I see that she does have a $2,000 bond between the 3 cases, but she's not going to be able to post anything.
Well,
in order to
the
get
felony
out.
is 10,000, 10%.
Right. So I was thinking the 1,500 on each of the other cases.
I can't change the felony. So okay. It's been a while since we've seen each other, Ms. Smith, and there's been a change in policy, and I no longer have the discretion to change felony bonds when a person misses a felony court date. So I have to keep that one as it is. Luckily, the court date is next week. So to the extent that the timing is any good for you, you'll see Judge Simpson on next Thursday, the 25th, but the bond is 10,000, 10%. On the misdemeanors.
Can I say something?
Yes.
On the administrative court, when I went to court, I stayed on there from 11 till 3:30 in the afternoon trying to get in front of Simpson. And Regina Garrett Carragher is the one that called me and told me that I would need to log in. I logged in, but my phone was dead. So it logged me back out. When I logged back in and got in there, the administrator kept ignoring my hand, logging me out. That's not fair. It wasn't me that was logging myself out. It was her. Yeah. And that is able to be seen. Even Mr. Simpson knew I waited for him to be done with one person and raised my hand like I was supposed to. I got ignored. They logged me out. That's not fair for me to be sitting in here on a $1,000 bond, and I was not admitted into court.
I agree. And I cannot change that. Ms. Kleeman's office can file a motion to try to get that bond changed and get you out sooner, but I cannot change it.
Okay, we'll file a motion as soon as possible, ma'am. And I'm also going to refer you over to the bail project. So just in case he does not hear the motion, we'll try to get your bail posted for you.
And I will give you personal bonds on the other two because Judge Simpson has a similar policy on the misdemeanors, but I do have a little more flexibility there. And because these are both driving while suspended files, I'm okay with a personal bond on those, even though that's not what he said. So
another question.
Yes, ma'am.
$10,000 bond with the 10%. I'm not asking for a PR bond. Can I at least get put on tether for this bond?
I'm sorry, can you do what?
You put on tether for this bond.
I can't do that. I cannot change what Judge Simpson set for the felony.
I'm not asking you to change it. I'm asking you to, instead of using a cash bond, can I get a tether because I don't have the money so that I can still be out, but they can know exactly where I'm at.
Yeah, that's still a change that I don't have authority to make. You know that I would if I could. I cannot. But I am giving you a PR on the misdemeanors, and the court date for that will be September 6th on both of those. All right. Anything else for today?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
What's my bond?
I can't. Your bond. So it's just the 1,000. 10%. Yeah, it's $1,000. And Ms. Kleeman is going to refer you to the bail project to try to get that some help in getting that posted.
Now let me get a clear understanding. I need $1,000 cash or $100 cash.
No, you need $10,000 or $1,000. I'm allowing you to post 10%. Judge Simpson set it at 10,000, 10%. So 10% is 1,000.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm giving you a PR on those misdemeanors, but you've missed court several times on that. So you got to figure out how to get yourself there. Okay. All right. Good luck. Thank you. I like your hair long like that. It looks good.
Thank you.